Yes. Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, nothing to complain. The day went swimmingly. What about
Okay.
you, ma'am?
Great. So, yeah, it was good as well. And um, can you tell me something more about you?
Sure, sure. So my name is Sanjay Singh, and I hail from Madhya Pradesh. However, I'm speaking to you from Surat, Gujarat, and
Okay.
I'm working as a professional. I'm working one of the MNCs as a production manager to pay
Oh,
my
that's
bills.
great. Okay. So that means you have to talk a lot.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So you said your day was fruitful. So what did you do today? What activities you had?
in my company.
Hmm? Anywhere, like maybe in your day, entire day, or maybe in the company?
So I was in company from 7 to 3 p.m. and
Okay.
I had come at 3:30 p.m.
Okay.
Uh, at my home, and I took rest, and I have taken some snacks, and I have read some paragraph of books.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
have inculcated some vocabulary, and
Great.
I had booked your session, so I'm in front of you.
Yes. So, what kind of vocabulary words did you come across today?
Vocabulary in the morning, I have read.
Hmm.
This is the
Yes.
problem. This is the problem. It
Okay.
is, but I can tell you.
Yeah, anyone you can tell
Yeah,
me.
unwritingly, inadvertently,
Mm-hmm.
and unsung. And
Oh,
actually,
that's great.
I have made my own dictionary, and
Oh,
and I have written out there A B C D till Z. And so
yes.
when I came across any word, so I writing down, and in the morning time I do memorize, and I try to make sentences.
Okay.
So yes, today I have read this word and murmur. Yeah, in the evening I have read murmur.
Okay. So, what is murmuring?
Murmuring means somebody is behind your behind somebody is murmuring. If he is unable to talk fluently, he
Hmm.
is unable to talk in proper way. So
Yes.
it means that he's sad, and he's not willing to say it properly, and he's just
Yes.
murmuring.
Like talking in a soft, low voice,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So that is murmuring. Great. So, yes, before we start, so I just wanted to introduce myself. So, I'm Rashmi and I'm from Maharashtra. And yes, I've been teaching from past 12 years. So, I have taught globally till now. And English is my specialization. So, I have like this is a new platform for me where I've started working as a new teacher. And yes, so it's great to see you today.
Okay,
So I
okay.
hope,
Nice to hear that. So in Maharashtra, in which area you belong?
yes, I'm from Nasik. My
Nasi,
native place is
Trambakeshwar.
Nasik. Yes,
Trambakeshwar. Yeah. Okay.
Trimbakeshwar. Yes. So have you been there before?
Actually, in 2000, actually, the Mumbai has been fed up. Actually,
Oh,
I have been there in 2005.
oh,
So,
2005. That's a long
and
time actually. Which,
yeah, I have been to actually sunny Singapore, Sirdi, and
yeah.
at the time of returning, I was there.
Oh,
That
okay,
yeah, and there was night actually, so I don't have that much idea. And
okay.
I was outside the temple. Even I do not enter in the temple.
Didn't.
I didn't. Sorry,
Yes, I didn't enter. Where?
inside the temple.
Inside the temple. Okay. Yes, it's a pilgrimage city, and
Yeah,
yes, I can understand that you must have been through a lot of temples, right?
it is
So,
one of the Jyotirlings, I think. Uh,
yeah,
Out of 10 Jyotirlings, I think Trimbakeshwar is also.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Trambakeshwar is a different part altogether. Like you can say, Nasik is a big city. So out of that, Trambakeshwar is one place in that.
Yes.
So yeah, great. Good to know that you've been here.
Mhm.
So of course, now apart from that, do you watch movies?
I used to watch movie before 2018, and I used to watch
Okay,
horror movies.
horror
Uh, I
movies.
I was very fond of watching horror movies at the time, but my time has changed, and
Okay,
even my perception has been changed towards life. So I do not watch movies, and I always watch spiritual discourses, and
yes.
I always indulge myself to get some productive thing.
Okay.
fruitful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Great.
I can't spare my 2 or 3 hours into movies.
Yes. So, there are lots of fictional movies. Do you know what's fictional?
Fictional, those
Yes.
who are not realistic, and it is not biopic, and it is not based on any true story. So
Mm.
that is fictional, I think.
Yeah. So, fictional is imaginary, actually.
So most of the movies are fictional. Almost all movies are fictional. Only
Yes.
some of
So,
the
they are not
movies are
real. Yeah.
factual only.
Yes. Yes. They have a moral, of course, but they are imaginary. So, whenever you talk about fictional movies, which movie comes in your mind?
Fictional movies, so many. I think horror. I used to watch horror movies. So my first movie was Raj, actually, in
Okay.
terms of horror movie. So that was also fictional, and that was
Okay.
not true story. It has been picturized on Bipasa Basu, Dona Moria, and
Oh, okay.
Astos Rana. So that was also fictional.
Hmm.
Uh, so I would say, and
Yes. So
so many
this is kind of a
Ganga,
genre
and I
that we.
do, and I had watched Ganga Jal many times,
Oh,
and but to some extent it was on based true story,
hmm.
and yeah,
Okay.
Ganga Jal, and
Yes.
so many.
Great. So there are many movies which are fictional, and yes, of course, the cartoonized movies or movies on aliens and robots. These all are fictional movies, right?
Yes,
So you
yes.
just gave me some examples. Great. Now, can you read your chat box? What's written there?
The
I'm
Lord of
giving
the
you.
the Lord of the Rings.
Yes. So, what is Lord of the Rings according to you?
The Lord of the Rings. The
Hmm.
Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings.
Yes,
So
this
I
is a
think
quote.
those who are having many rings, I think he is the
Okay.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay. So basically, it is even the smallest person can change the course of the future. That is called the Lord of Rings, right? Have you heard about this quote before?
No, no, no. I
Okay.
haven't.
So do you believe that one person, even if they are very small or young, can make a difference in the society or in the world?
Yeah, actually, to do great thing, to do big thing and enormous thing, you actually
Hmm.
you don't need to be small. It
Yes.
doesn't depend on height and caste, creed, color.
Size. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so anybody can do anything, and
Yes.
so we can relate with our leaders like Abdul Kalam, who was president actually.
Yes.
The height was like very. I think he would be. I think
He
five
was
foot in
tiny,
ten.
short
Yeah,
heighted.
and yeah, short
Yes.
heighted.
Yes.
So, and Pranab Mukherjee, he was very short. Pranab
Hmm.
Mukherjee, he was also president. So
Yes.
it doesn't depend on any height. Doesn't
Yes. So
matter
big
height.
things come in small packages, you can say,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. Right.
Like a small packet, bada dhamaka, like we can say that, right? So do
Chota
you
packet
find
bada
any,
dhamaka.
yes. So do you find any instance related to you that you were young and you were able to do something which even the adult, cannot do? Do you find any instance in your life like that?
When I was kid, when I was studying, so actually my height is about 5 to 5 inch. So
Okay.
then I used to do a hard work to get good height at that time. I
Yeah.
used to I used to climb rods. I used to whenever I used to see any thing. So I used to climb I used to hang out and at
Okay.
that time. So
Yes.
I wanted to increase my height at that time.
Yes. So
Because
you did
so
climbing.
I used to think that my height is less. Because
Uh-huh.
my parents are also they have short height actually.
Okay.
So I used to think that my height would be less. So
Okay.
so
Yes. So that
yeah.
is an instance or an incident that has
Yes,
happened with you. Now,
yes.
I'm going to, give you one more quote. So you can just share an instance with me. Okay.
Mhm.
So that is, what is the next one in the chat box?
Okay. Uh, the Hobbit.
Yes. So what crosses your mind when you talk about Hobbit?
Hobbit. What does it mean, man? Hobbit.
Yes. So basically, Hobbit is the world is not in your books and maps. It's out there, right? So sometimes, when we read the books, it's so everything cannot be judged by the book or the maps, right? You need a personalized experience, right? Like you said that I live in Nasik, right? So if you would just see it in maps, you may not understand that how really this city is. So you need a personalized experience, you need to travel, right? So it is said that the world is not in your books and maps, it's out there. So how would you describe this in one example? Give me one short example,
Okay, so it is the
like any
Hobbit.
fascinating place that you want to visit and why.
Fascinating place. So I
Anywhere
would
on
love.
earth.
So I would love to visit Japan actually.
Okay,
I have
why?
heard many things about
Hmm.
Japan. Uh,
Okay.
Actually, they are living a very well mannered, I would say.
Hmm.
And actually, I have read Ikigai, and I got to know about their life, how they are
Okay.
living, how they
Hmm.
are living. Even they are aged, and
Yes.
yeah, and I think there is one place where all people are above 100 years,
Okay.
and they are maintaining some rules and regulations and in their life, and the
Uh-huh.
kind of very actually they are very disciplinarian, and
Okay.
in terms of food, in terms of health, and they are very philanthropic, and they are very benevolent,
Philanthropy. Yes.
and they try to help each other, and they mm, I
Hmm.
would say they don't whisper about each other, and
Whisper, or would you say gossip?
gossip. Yeah, gossip is perfect word. Yeah,
Yes.
they
So
don't
gossip.
gossip about each other,
Okay.
and even Japanese. Actually, I have heard that
Hmm.
there is no fees for student though are
Yes.
studying. Government is paying all these things,
Okay.
and yeah. So
Uh-huh. Great.
after attacked by America
Hmm.
in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the life has been transformed. Their life has been transformed,
Yes.
and so I think they are doing great. And I think uh, the perfection of life, their
Is
perfection of
improving that.
life has been, yeah, changed,
Yes.
and
Yes,
that's why.
that's right. You're absolutely right. So Japan is ahead of any country you can see because they have the fastest metro, isn't it? No country
Yes.
could do that. So there are lots of features that we can, relate to, but they are ahead of us in technology. Now, what's
Yes.
the next quote?
Interstellar.
Yes, Interstellar. So have
Interstellar.
you like what is Interstellar according to you?
Interstellar. I
Hmm.
don't have idea.
Yes, so Interstellar is something like, you have to leave something behind to go forward, right? Like there are certain things that you need to sacrifice. So I just want one example that in order to move ahead in your life, okay, have you ever sacrificed anything? Maybe it is your sleep. You might have sacrificed your sleep to work hard. Maybe you might have, left your family behind and went to other city to work. So what have you sacrificed? What was the interstellar according to you in your life?
Uh, I used to sacrifice. Actually, I wanted to become mechanical engineer, and I have become mechanical. So I was biting the bullet at that time when
Okay.
I was studying. So uh, mm, I used to not get proper food. I used to not get proper ambience to study,
Okay.
and so these are the things I
Hmm.
had sacrificed at that time. And
Yes.
definitely, if you want to do something great in your life, so you have to sacrifice something in terms of if you are thinking that I want to achieve, I want to be on top, and you will sleep if you are sleeping throughout the night, so it is not going to be happen actually. You have to sacrifice also your dream. You have to sacrifice something, and so So actually, I have heard that something actually about
Okay.
this sacrifice, and so
Mm-hmm.
yesterday I have heard in Sudha Murthy's mem book,
Okay.
uh,
Yes.
vision without action doesn't matter, and it was like something I forgot, and I think so. And yeah, that is the one. You don't have to be great to start, but you
Hmm.
have to start to be great actually.
Yes, that's a good
Yeah. So
quote.
yes,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
yes,
Good. So it
and
is.
if you want to do something outstanding, so you have to
Mhm.
be. If you want to stand out actually, so you have to do something outstanding.
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
So
So
yeah.
that
So
really relates what is interstellar, right?
yes, yes,
Great.
yes.
Good. So you have given me some good examples.
Mhm.
Now, you know, it is very important, whenever you go in any restaurant. Okay. So what is the first thing that you read?
Restaurant.
Hmm?
Restaurant. I do not read any. Actually, I always try to see where is the rice
Okay.
item and
Okay.
where is the dal item, because I'm very fond of eating rice and pulses, rice and dal. And
Okay.
I do not watch appetizer, starter. I always jump into main course.
Yes. So how would you say that I would not watch appetizer? Would you say I would not find or look for? How would
Come
you
again, please.
rephrase it? How would you rephrase it? That I would look for an appetizer or would I watch for an appetizer? How would
I
you
do
say that?
not. I do not watch appetizer. Actually, I do not want to have. I do not
You don't want to
want to
have.
have. Yeah,
Yes, but if you have to
appetizer.
find it, then would you use look for or find for?
Fine for, I think.
Yeah, look for. I
Look
was
for. Okay.
looking for something, right?
Mhm.
So, yes, can you frame a sentence or say something with I was looking for?
I was looking for a better opportunity.
Yes, good. That is one good sentence.
Mhm.
Now, as you said that you look for dal or rice, isn't it? That is something that you look for. But I want you to tell me that whenever we go anywhere, we read certain things, right? So, what are those called? Like maybe it's a menu card. So, what will be there in that menu card?
In restaurant,
Yes, in restaurant. So, in that menu card, what will you
there
find
is,
in that menu card?
so so whenever we will see menu card, so there would be items related foods like Chinese item
Yes.
and Chinese item starters and
Hmm. So there
Indian
are.
food,
Mhm.
and there
Yes.
would be soup items
Yes.
and
So these all are
Punjabi
what?
items.
Names and titles, right?
Mhm.
Names and
Name and
titles.
titles.
Yes.
Mhm.
Now just I will give you some words, okay, and you have to give a good title to that. Okay.
Mhm.
So let's see. Let's make it more creative. Okay. Now
Sure.
just imagine that I am opening a restaurant. Okay, and it's a
Mhm.
vegetarian restaurant. So how? What title would you give? What name would you give it?
Okay, a vegetarian restaurant you are going to open.
Yes.
Hmm.
So how would you name that restaurant?
This is the pure vegetarian hotel, I would say,
Okay,
and
so
veg
any name
hotel,
you can give, or you
any
can
name.
any creative name you can make up with your mind. Now you go to restaurants, isn't it? You might have read it somewhere. So there are
Yeah,
so
yeah,
many
yeah.
names. So what name would you give it?
Okay, okay. So,
Hmm?
yeah, home restaurant,
Home restaurant. Okay,
home,
but
home, home, home restaurant.
home restaurant.
Mhm.
Okay. And would you write anything else beside that? How would I know that it's veg or non-veg?
Home veg restaurant.
Okay, good. Now, next one is now, I am opening. So, for example, if I want to come up with a maybe an outlet, okay, it can be an electronic gadget outlet or anything. So, I want to open a shop for my electronic device like laptops. So, what name would I give it for that outlet?
Okay,
What
so
name
it
would I
is
come up with?
electronic shop.
Yes, electronic shop, but I'm basically providing laptops.
Laptop.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, so I would say that cutting edge
Okay.
technology shop.
Yes, sounds good. Okay, one more. Let's take, say, school. If I want to open a school,
Mhm.
so what name would you give it? And it
Gurukul.
is basically for only for boys. Okay, it's not a co-ed
I
school. It's only for boys.
I would love to give name Gurukul.
Gurukul. Okay, great, great. So I'm happy with your creativity, and you came up with such names. Now
Yes.
we are going to do one more task on that. So there is a small icon of PDF. Can you open that below your screen? Yeah.
Yes.
So there you will just scroll down. You will see. Guess the title of this shows based on the quotes.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you think is the first one?
Happiness can be found even in the darkest of time if one only remember to turn on the light. If one
Hmm.
only remembers to turn on the light. Yeah,
Yes.
but
Do you know any title for this show?
I don't have idea about this woman.
Okay, no problem. So can you tell me that what does this quote mean? Can you explain me in one line?
I would say that it is better to light the candle rather than cursing to darkness.
Hmm. Okay.
It is better to light one candle uh,
Okay.
than than curse to darkness.
Okay. So happiness can be found even in the darkest times.
Yeah,
So what does this
yeah.
mean?
So happiness, it depends on actually happiness. It is totally depend on state of mind, which kinds of state you have, and
Hmm.
so I believe that if you want to change your reality, so you have to change your mentality.
Yes.
So yeah, so even you are facing hard time, you are facing obstacles and challenges. If you obstacle challenges can be blessing in disguise. If you remember this quote,
Hmm.
so you will be able to maintain your cool and calmness at that time, and you will be able to uh, spread happiness at that time.
Correct. That's right. So so it is said that even in the darkest times, isn't it? A person should be happy.
Happy, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Great. What about the second one?
Okay, so okay.
Yeah.
But friends don't lie.
Yes.
But friends don't lie.
Hmm. So what does this quote
But
mean?
don't. What was the, but don't. But friends don't lie.
Yes. But friends don't lie. So do you think that uh, it means that friends never lie?
No, 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 please. My friends always lie.
Yes. So
even
how would you
sometime,
describe this quote?
even sometime I do.
Hmm.
So how can I say that my friends don't lie?
Hmm.
Uh,
So
yeah.
how would
So
you describe this?
I think we should get rid from this habit, and we should be truthful every time. And
Hmm.
but I think we should inculcate this habit in our life
Okay.
because mm, being truthful always would be good, and
Hmm.
it doesn't need any I think testament. If you
Hmm.
are truth will be appear after some time, and you shouldn't worry about that. And
Yes.
truth doesn't need any testament to prove.
Yes. So it can also mean that in order to avoid conflict, friends don't lie. Protecting
Yes.
feelings, friends don't lie.
Yes.
Insecurity, friends don't lie. So these are the basic reasons that friends don't lie, right?
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. So, today we have talked about some fictional things and quotes which was something related to a mesmerizing experience.
Mhm.
And yes, I think that whatever knowledge you shared about the codes, or maybe we were discussing about different stories, or maybe the memories back then, so you were able to put them well in your sentences. So I think that when you add little more flair of descriptions, maybe like adjectives, so it will add in a good flavor in your dialogues,
Right,
okay, like
right, right.
how you're communicating. So conversation can become more fruitful when we add proper adjectives, and proper helping verbs, or maybe the tenses. Okay, so
Right.
wherever, like, I think that you did a great job. And just by listening and conversing every day, it's going to bring a drastic change. So I would just suggest you that if you're watching movies, watch some English movies, maybe some novelistic, you know or maybe some non-fictional biographies, so you can read some biographies that will be
I read on daily basis, ma'am, and now I have become book freak. But if it
bookworm.
comes to yeah, if it comes to watching movies, so I can't spare that much time. I do watch a podcast, those who are
Yes,
having
public
10 minutes,
speaking,
15
yes.
minutes, and
Mm-hmm.
so I can do all these things, but I
Yes.
don't have
So,
that
and
much time.
that's right. So even if you watch a podcast, it is just 5 or 6 minutes. It is an added advantage, and I think that just by doing that much, also, it's going to bring lot of flair in your
Yes,
language.
yes,
So
yes.
it was really good to meet you. And
Same here, ma'am.
yes,
So
so
where do
I
you
look.
live, ma'am?
I live in Nasik.
Yeah, yeah, you told me. I forgot. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So yeah. So I look forward with our other sessions now, and
Yeah, sure,
we'll
sure.
see. Like,
Yeah, ma'am.
yes, I'll help you with most of the other grammatical parts, okay, of the
Sure, sure.
languages. And yes, have a great evening
Have a
ahead.
great day ahead, ma'am. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Yes. Bye.